Hi everyone, this is Samantha from As They Grow Up, and today I want to tell you a little bit about the Hey Mama Schoolhouse Planner from the old Schoolhouse magazine. This is the 2016-2017 planner, and whether you are already homeschooling or thinking about homeschooling, this comes in very handy as far as planning and scheduling and even keeping up with your curriculum purchases. Now, I'll be the first to admit that in the past I've kind of flown by the seat of my pants, but this year I actually had 2 homeschooling instead of 1, so it made it a little bit more difficult to do that. So this coming year, for our 2016-2017 year, we are going to be planning some. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to make it where it's more flexible, because we all know things happen and things come up, but I want to be able to shift our schedule around just a little bit. So I'm going to give you a peek inside the planner. And when you first open it up, you do have a letter from the publisher, which is Gina, and this is a really nice letter. So let's open this up. Now, the first few pages you're going to have the yearly overview. So you're going to have 2016 through 2018 as far as a calendar overview. So you have that. And one thing I want to say is the planner does start in July. So it's going to be starting very soon. So this is the first thing you're going to come to is in July. So when you first open it up for your months, you're going to have a place for your notes, which I really love this. And then as you open up, you have your complete calendar. Now this is where I schedule in vacations, field trips, things like that that's going to be coming up. I do pencil it in just in case, so I can erase it until it's completely set in stone, but I do pencil in a lot of that. So you're going to have this, and every month is going to be like this. You're going to have your notes and then your calendar, okay? And this is going to go through June of 2017, which is handy. Now, we homeschool year-round for the most part and take breaks throughout the year. So this is something that we're going to use, like I mentioned, for the most part. Then you're going to have, after you pass that, you're going to have a week of. Now this is where you can do your schedule. This is the part where we're going to have to make some copies, because as I mentioned, we do homeschool year-round, and this has, I want to say it's 36 weeks, but you can do your schedule. I've not done this yet. My goal is to sit down next week and start planning out our schedules, how we're going to do stuff. So you have that. Then you have this really neat area, and it's your goals. So you have monthly goals. You have semester goals. So you can put that, you can have your education, spiritual, physical, personal talents, life skills, financial, and relational. So this is really neat. And then you also have your yearly goals. So you have this, which comes in very handy. Okay, so following your yearly goals, you have an attendance sheet. Now, I know not all states are required to keep attendance, but here in North Carolina, we are required to attend school 180 days a year. So this is really handy. You can put your child's name, the school year, and then you have the little checks, the little boxes to check off that go up to 180. There are 5 of these forms. So, but always keep in mind, if you do have more children, you can always make copies of these forms if you need to. Another great feature is the books that we've read. Now, my 4th grader has already put some of the books he's read in here. And my goal is to do this, to use this not only for his personal reading, but also our read-alouds and books that we cover that have to do with our history, because I think this is a great way to look back to see what we've covered throughout the school year. Now, I'm going to be using this with both my 4th grader and 1st grader this year. Another part of the curriculum that I really love is the curriculum planning sheets. Now, we have 2 that are in school right now, and we've homeschooled for 4 years. So we do have curriculum that gets shuffled and gets stored, and I admit I forget we've got it. So there's some things that we've purchased duplicates of to only realize we'd already had it. So this is great. It's a great way to say, well, this is what I'm using for my 4th grader. This is what we've purchased it. This is where we purchased it. This is what we have. This is what we paid for it. So it's kind of a really great way to budget as well. So, in a couple of years, if I'm going through and I'm planning for my youngest, as he's approaching the 4th grade, I can go back and pull this and see what curriculum we've had, because I can assure you I will have gotten it shuffled up and some of the other stuff. Also, I plan to make some notes, because we all know there's some curriculum we've tried, we've not been crazy about, we may or may not use it again. So always go back. You know, I'm going to mark it out if we don't use it and make notes on this. So, and this is for my upcoming first grader. So this is what I've written down on his so far. We almost have his curriculum completed. Now also in this you have your homeschool contact list. So this is really neat, especially for co-ops, because you can have your names and addresses, email addresses of the people who are in your co-op or your homeschool group or things of that nature that you need to keep up with. So this is really handy. And then you have the bonuses. And these bonuses are fantastic. You have, in the back of the book, 36 general writing prompts. These are great. So we have actually done a few of these, like tree houses are so much fun. Describe the ultimate tree house. So it's really neat to kind of, you know, get their brain going. And these are even fun to do, just like short little lessons over the summer, and just randomly, you know, one day pick a topic and say, hey, let's write about it, or let's make up a story. Even not necessarily writing, but we can make up a story. We love doing that even when camping. We love making up stories. So you also have your story starters, and you can have it on real events, or you can use your imagination. This is such a great thing to add to this book. Along with that, you also have your 13 colonies by date. This is a great reference. You have timeline of inventions. I'm not sure about you, but my kids are always asking me when things were invented and things of that nature. So this is kind of neat. And I may not have everything. I've not looked, but a lot of the things that they're asking, it is here. And it's kind of neat because they've had fun just looking at it. Like a sewing machine was in 1846. So they've had fun just looking through all of this. You also, and this is the other part of the inventions, you also have the U.S. presidents and their wives. This is a handy little reference sheet as well. I know we've been talking a lot about politics since this is an election year, so this is coming handy as well. Another handy part are your branches of your federal, state, and local governments. Once again, this is part of an election year, and we've done some studies to where we've studied the different parts of the government and things of that nature. So this is handy to even flip back through and look at, especially for my fourth grader. There's also the United States and the capitals. You'll find this in the back. It also has the abbreviation and the date of the statehood, which is handy as well. Creating an academic transcript. Right now, I don't have to worry about that, but I will in no time. I mean, very soon I'll be having to really keep up with our transcripts as they get older. So I love this. I love how this tells me how to create a transcript, because I have been researching it, because I know the time's coming that I actually have to do this. So this is really great to flip through, and you have that. And then you can keep up with all of their courses on this. So this is the academic transcript, and you can put their school name, address, student name, the courses they've taken, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year. This is very handy. You also have the checklist and skills learned. So this is kind of nice. This is something that would be beneficial that I would use for like my younger one, because there's certain skills that he needs to learn, and it's kind of nice to mark it down and check it off as he goes. And there's also a place in the back for your other courses. So this is that. So if you have additional courses that you've added, electives or things of that nature, you can put that there, or classes the kids have taken, not part of the regular curriculum. So there you have it. This is a glimpse at the Hey Mama Schoolhouse Planner, and this is the 2016-2017 version. Thank you.